Whew, it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna go crazy. It's gonna go crazy. Yeah. I promise you, it's gonna go crazy. They gave your boy a chance. Finally, it's my turn. It's been getting to be my turn. Yeah,
let's get it.
Let's get it.
It's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route. Especially if you take risks, this YouTube, you make sense. Yeah, I tapped in and get what I was looking for. They ain't nothing like the news, they be dropping juice to help you get your foot in the door. For real, I'm a witness, this show helped me with my business. I really messed up so much shit until I took the time to listen. Can you picture this? Now I'm always in my own brand. Thanks to my favorite channel panel putting on for the homeland. I'm just saying, it's like giving back, how real is that? See, I be feeling that, plus it's a vibe, so I spread it, yeah. Can you picture this? You know, rocking with CYPT, podcast of the D with Clan and crew, it's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route, especially if you take risks, this YouTube, you make sense. Oh, God.
What up, though? What up, though? You are listening to the CYPT podcast, the podcast of the strongest, the fastest, most powerful print shop this side of the Eastern Seaboard. You know it, and we give a little bit of insight on entrepreneurship, business insights. So today we got a very special guest in the house. My man, DJ Big Rob is what we call him. Your mama's favorite DJ.
Yes.
One of my, I'm going to tell you, man.
Uh-oh.
You've been like a mentor to me, even though we debate every time you come in. But even though we debate, I learn from it. And when I talk to you, it's like good dialogue, very good dialogue. Sure. So some of the stuff I take, I ball it up and I throw it in the trash.
Sure.
But 80% of it, bro, you give some good advice.
Sure. And listen, to that, I say that's what you're supposed to do. If you don't leave somebody with something, you worth nothing.
Right.
And just the debates that we go through from just general, even clowning, just some of those clowning debates, some of those things that seem funny or some of those things that seem frustrating. It's always some kind of message that you can take out that and you can use. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the person that doesn't talk to you is the person you should cut out your life. The person that will talk back and will be critical of you and be honest. Like the one thing that we don't give away no more is the truth.
Right.
We love to tell people a lie. We love to give people, we love to tell people baby is beautiful and a baby ugly. Like sometimes your mama say if you ain't got nothing good to say, just don't say nothing. But,
yeah.
But that ain't what we do.
Yeah. And if you know me, you know I'm gonna tell the truth.
No, you lie sometimes.
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I lie sometimes, like everybody.
No time.
But like if you come to me and you say, Clay, how does look?
Hey, listen.
You remember?
You talking about entrepreneurship?
Yes, I do. Talking about entrepreneurship.
Yes,
right?
I do.
Okay, we go get to that part.
Okay,
we gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But let's first start out by let's tell everybody how we met.
I had a clothing store called Detroit Authentics. No, I'm gonna go all the way back.
Back to the first day.
The first day
where you and your mans walked into.
No, we met before that because, and this is what this the far, and I still got it.
Okay.
We met officially at the Tower Center Mall, not the Tower Center Mall, but Mammoth, when they had the booths. You was the photographer.
All right.
I got a picture with me and my kids in your booth. Click, 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 click. Me, my son, and my niece came to your spot and took some photos. I got the photo at the crib somewhere.
I did not even know that.
I know. That's when Kathy and her mama or somebody had a booth in there too, right?
Kathy from where? From who?
Your wife, Kathy.
She didn't have a booth in there. No.
Then her auntie or mama or somebody didn't have.
No, she didn't have a booth in there. It was a lot of
Yeah. But that's why I thought that's like the booth next to but that's where it first was and it was in passing, but then we came down there because the Malice at the Palace happened. And a dude came in with a shirt on the day after it happened. And we was like, how you get a shirt with the...
Oh, when you and Carlos came in.
And we got in the car immediately and went down there and was like, it's going down. I need one immediately. Mm-hmm. And that's when it was the box tee era.
Right.
And it was going down, and we knew nothing about it, and we got into the box tee era.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, my partner was my partner at the time. You know how he was. He was like, you know, Maggie, I want all this. How much fun? But I mean, listen, growth is that's the best part of life. You know, to be able to see somebody that said like, no, it was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
but you know, that's how we met. We met at the T-shirt spot in the Tower Center across the street, and that's when you were doing business. Yeah.
Right. So you and Carlos, your man, who's a professional basketball player.
At the time, he was.
At the time. And
our closing store was the Detroit Authentics, Granbury Myers.
And when you said, no, I think no, y'all didn't have a store yet, because when he was like,
no, we had the store.
Did you?
We had the store. We had the store.
Oh, y'all was in the process of building it.
No, it was at the time the Malice of the Palace happened. We had maybe been open a couple of months, but we had the store because we actually started the store in 2000. I left Foot Locker in 2000, at the end of 2000. We opened the store in 2001. The Malice of the Palace happened maybe in 2002. Okay. Somewhere in there. I don't know. But we met. That's the day we came down there because we knew nothing about box tees. Mm-hmm. And we were getting, we were trying to be on that cutting edge. And Detroit Authentics was a unique spot. And so we wanted what we could have. And that's when we was like, we can make our own shirt. We can design our own. And he was like, yeah, I'll do anything. Yeah. And the box tee era. Right. And, you know, once, always people say, I could do this. And, you know, that was where I started doing graphics. Like, right. And I would come down to there and be like, look, I made this. Right. What you think? You was like, it was garbage.
Yeah. But
and I was mad.
I had to tell you. Now, that's when we go back when I had to tell you the truth.
Absolutely.
Because we became friends. Sure. We became
real friends.
Real good friends.
Yeah.
And you really wanted to get in the game.
But you never showed me nothing because you just laughed and made me get better. Hey, listen, Lance. All he did was laugh and made me get better. Listen, they used to clown me. Come on. No, it's my turn. Do you interview me? Let me say this.
Go ahead. Now, this is where
Facebook. Let me tell y'all this.
I knew it was going to be like this.
Let me tell y'all this. When it came to doing T-shirts, he used to clown me. Him, See It, and your cousin clown me, and that was okay. But I was heated, and it made me get better because the more y'all laughed at my stuff, the more I went back at it. I used to stretch people. I used to try to zap stuff out and have the head off and still thought it was sweet.
Right.
Oh,
Let me ask you one question. Did you ever come to me and say, Clay, hey, can you show me how to do this?
Not at all.
Okay.
Well, not at all. But you know, the best part about it is I didn't.
Right.
And the clowning made me better. I'm not gonna never
clown you.
Oh, y'all clown me. Y'all clown me. And that's okay. The one part about listen, See It said you'll never be better than me. And I was like, what you mean?
Well, you know what? That made you stronger.
It did.
Better.
Did. Absolutely.
You made a Wonder Bread with ovals.
Oh, it was terrible.
Wonder Bread shirt with ovals.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
So
I remember I made my first flyer for somebody who paid for it. And I just found it the other day in an old hard drive. It was for my man Bobby for his candy store. And when I tell you, if I showed y'all would be like, he paid you?
You thought it was the greatest thing ever, though.
Man, what? He was like, is this good? I'll pay here. How much owe you? I said, $30, $40. But you live and learn. You grow. That's the best part about life. Just remember that. You got to grow.
So you actually got inspired to do graphics from me?
100%. Well, I'll take that back. Let me give you 70%. I got inspired to do it because my mom died in 2004. And the lady who did my mom's obituary, she did a great job, don't lie. But like it wasn't, I seen more in it.
That's when you got heavy into it.
That's when I got for real. Mm-hmm. Doing, trying to do with you, I just wanted to be able to make my own stuff. Like, man, hold on.
But I was selling you the T-shirts. Y'all was buying it. You was going to cut me out.
No, I just wanted what I want. Like, one thing for sure, you have to understand, you would take your car to the oil change spot, but you want to learn how to change your own oil. But even if you know how to change your own oil, you're like, man, I don't feel like changing my oil today. I'm got to take it to the little spot. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do in life.
Well, let's fast forward to Detroit Authentics.
Detroit Authentics.
Wow, man.
Who was first?
Detroit Authentics.
What were we first at?
And selling authentic shoes.
And what would he do with these authentic shoes? We were the first Detroit resale shop.
Yeah.
There was nobody doing that before me. So it wasn't no StockX. Matter of fact, people laughed.
How you get that idea to do what you did? And first, let's explain from top to bottom how it went down. Like, what did you do as far as getting the shoes and reselling?
We was broke.
Who was we?
Detroit Authentics.
Okay.
We had let me get it back. My partner and I, we had a nice little situation going. Clothing store in the middle of Detroit, urban community store. Go up to a size 5X. We sold clothes and we sold clothes. And we had hats and we had what an urban clothing store would have.
Right.
But the one thing about an urban clothing store is I can get this same stuff down the block. I can get that same stuff over there. What made us different? And I had a customer that used to always shop at my house. Like, let me get a pair of them. No,
what?
Man. I had a customer who used to want to shop at my house.
What do you mean?
I had a shoe collection because I worked at Foot Locker for 20-something years.
Before Detroit Authentics.
Yes, I worked at Foot Locker for 20-something years.
Did you go back to Foot Locker?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay,
I started Foot Locker when my son was born in 91, and I worked until 2000 almost. Yeah, 2000. So 91 to 2000, I'm at Foot Locker.
Okay.
And I left Foot Locker, and I opened up Detroit Authentics. And, I had mastered shoe collection, but I didn't master shoe collection because I wanted to wear it. They was cheap, so give me them.
How did you leave Foot Locker?
I left Foot Locker because my partner, Carlos Rogers, said, don't you want your own store? Be your own boss. Man, I got the money. Let's do it.
Was you scared?
I was petrified. But, it was the time. It was, you give corporations your time, and I had 401k money, and my house was paid for, but I was still nervous in the hooker in church. I didn't know. I didn't know that I was going to be able to be successful. But the one thing about my mind is that I just see it before it happens. And, to have it, and believe it or not, we didn't even want to name it Detroit Authentics. Let me tell y'all a fact. I bought all the receipts. That, man, they on the Facebook, y'all own it. I didn't even want to name it Detroit Authentics. Detroit Authentics was the second. I did name it, but I wanted to name it. You ready for this name?
Yeah.
Fat Souls. Fat Souls. Why? But listen here. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because there's no urban store, even still today, that caters to big people.
Okay.
Nowhere. So you have to just like in any business, you have to serve the underserved.
Right.
There's nobody serving up big boy clothes, big girl clothes that's fashionable. Mm-hmm. They serving up big boy clothes that's big and just because they can fit. Like, oh, here, wear this moo-moo. Yeah, big girl, we got these big tight, you lame Bryant. Now, girls want to look fat. They want to look fly. They want the jogging suit you got on.
Can you imagine the girl like, where you about to go? I'm about to go
up the Fat Souls. Yeah.
The stove up the street on Myers. Where, girl?
Fat Souls. Hey, listen, y'all say what you want to say, but you say that same thing to think about the dude who thought of, like, there's so many crazy names out there that just become regular that you don't even think about. Like, we eat Ain't Your Mama pancakes. Somebody came with that idea. I'm about to get some pancake company named after a slave.
They had to change
Ain't Your Mama.
So,
but I'm saying, just come on, wrap your mind about it.
So we didn't name it. We didn't name it Fat Souls.
No,
we named it Detroit Authentics.
Yes,
and you sold shoes.
No, we sold clothes first.
Clothes.
We sold shoes because we had a bad month, and I said, man, I'm gonna bring a couple of my shoes up here. Maybe we'll sell a couple of shoes. And I put them we had a cabinet underneath. I put them in the cabinet, and the first customer walked in and said, "What size are those?" Size 13. I wear 13. How much are they? 400. 400? Why they so much? Because they're not out here. They came out 5 years ago. Can I try it on? You can try one of them on. Get them here. I went home and brought up that from them 6 pair I brought probably originally. I went home and I went and got 20. In a week's time, 20 was gone.
Now, these were just shoes that you got from Foot Locker.
No, these shoes I got from Foot Locker. Or, me, no, I used to get on a plane. We go everywhere. And for a long time, I was friends, well, not a long time, still to this day. I was friends with Run DMC. So I would go to their shows. Or me and Carlos was friends. He was an official NBA basketball player. So we would go see him play, or we would go to the Carabano. We would go out of town. And while they out doing whatever, I go in the mall and I go shopping. Trying to see what I see. We go to All-Star Weekend. I'm going to get the All-Star shoes so I can send them back to the store. Then everybody don't wear size 13. Like, I want the same shoe. You ain't got no 9. So I would buy people's collection. Like, you got some 9? I want to buy them all. Buy them all. A shoe would come out at the store. I would go and buy them all. When Mr. Allen's had the Rasheed Wallace's, when the Pistons was hot, I went to every Mr. Allen's in the Detroit area and bought
how
all
could you
of them.
sustain that model? That of just like buying people's shoes.
It's like the drug game. It's like a pawn shop.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 100 and I'm going to sell them for 300.
So the rarity of the shoes and not being able to get them.
It's about not being able to get them. It's not about the rarity. I bought them all. Only person that got, listen, everything you do, you have to, the reason why we are so successful is because we can treat life like we treat the streets. And if you apply the streets to business, that's why we can take it over, because we see it differently. We learn how to do it, get it for less, learn about production, and then learn about distribution. And when we can get a product that's wanted out here in the streets, you hear me, Facebook? Listen to me. When they wanted, at the time they had money, they wanted this. So I got it. Nobody else got it.
How long did Detroit Authentic stay open?
Until 2006, 5, really the end of 5.
So how many years was that?
About 4. A good 4 was the full run.
And what caused Detroit Authentics to close?
The collapse. 2000. The collapse. The economy collapsed.
Also, you had a lot of break-ins.
We had insurance.
Yeah, but
we had insurance. They paid. We always were insured, and we only got broke in when they took something one time, and they didn't even take much. But what happened was the inventory loss came because they hit the sprinkler system when they broke in. Mm-hmm. And when they hit this, they came in the roof, they hit the sprinkler system and it flooded what's the name? But the insurance gave us about $100.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? And that wasn't the problem. We never got robbed. We were pillars of the community. We gave stuff away. We play a good part in the community. And when you do good business, people they fuck with you the long way. So
the economy was
absolutely
the nail in the coffin.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about that a little bit. Like how are things happening?
Well, I mean, it was the George Bush era, and the economy collapsed. 06.
06. Okay.
Yeah, and it got tough. And
tell me some of
one of our biggest customers was the BMF boys.
Right.
They got locked up.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
We went from 10,000 a week just with them.
Right. We were selling like
easy.
You was coming getting shirts from me, and
give me the BMF shirt. They need to say cooking in mom's basement. Do this. I need 100 of them, and I need them today. Right. How much it cost? No problem. I need them. Come on with it.
Right.
They going to Africa. They need them today. I need these jerseys. I need them today.
So they were an integral part of Detroit Authentic success.
Not just them, but everybody in Detroit. We had basketball players. We used to sell. Ask him, Derek Coleman. Every size 16 we got in, he bought them. The price never mattered. He home, he come by, he called Los. I'm going by the store. I need every 16 in the store. Robert Traylor, I need that.
What were some of the things that you tried to do to keep the store open?
I mean, the sneakers was the. It went from selling clothes to really being the sneaker chain. Like we that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Clothes was like, okay, give me that jean outfit, but you ain't got no shoes. So it got to the point where they wanted so many shoes from us that we would have to order them. Little T was one of my biggest customers. Blackface Son. They were our biggest customers, not just the BMF boys, but the offset of the BMF people and everybody. Like DJ Clue. Anybody come to town that's somebody at that time. that would mess with the community came in our store, and they were cool. You know, comedians. We had TK Kirkland. We had everybody. Like, it was. D came by. Like,
so you pulled the plug. You say, you know, you talk to your partner. You say, like, what was that conversation like? We can't sustain, or like?
No, he was like, shut that shit down. That's it. Okay, we can't. We
did
bleed.
Did you want to try something different? Like,
no,
let's do this. Let's do this.
No, it was time to get back to it. It was
an agreement to like.
Yes.
It's not going to work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the new plan?
The new plan was to go get a job and start all over again. Because retail, and I tell people this all the time, retail brick and mortar is the hardest thing to do in the world. When you see successful brick and mortars, they cater to a loyal fan base of people who they will not and cannot have a problem with. It's hard. It's hard to have a brick and mortar standalone where you have to wait for somebody to come in, where your online presence, especially in today's market, your online presence should drive your business. But nowadays, we don't have that online presence because we still live in a brick and mortar mindset. And that's hard. Mm-hmm. So when I see a lot of people saying, like, it's hard even, like, doing what we do, the graphics and design and all that, it's hard to sell somebody 5,000 flyers because it's not even, it's almost a dumb thing to do. But to be able to sell somebody marketing material for their social media, or to sell them digital business cards or digital flyers or motion flyers or things that capture better, these things that are going to stand up for at least the next 5-6 years, like the business is changing and we have to change with it. So like the sneaker game, it was like the retail bubble. It busts. It's going to bust. It has to. You can't keep building. Like everybody and their mama tried to do what you do. Why did you last this long? Because you're smart. You know what I'm saying? You're not lasting this long because you're dumb. You started selling just T-shirts. Now you sell everything. You are the king of everything. You know what I'm saying? And
thank you for the compliment.
But it's not even a compliment. Like listen, and this is what I really like to do. I love to give away flowers, but I love to give away flowers when it makes sense. If you can tell me somebody in this business that did it better than you or doing it better than you, then I take the flowers back and throw them on the ground and say you didn't deserve them. But there's nobody, and I'm not saying in the world, but in your space and place.
I gotta stop you right there, because it's not me. It's the team. I mean, I'm the guy behind it, but without the team,
do me a favor, stop.
Without serious,
do me a favor.
serious.
I know.
Without the team behind me,
do me a favor, stop. And I'm being respectful to say stop, because I know, of course, the machine has to run behind you.
Yes.
But Ford won't be Ford without Henry Ford.
Exactly.
The cars won't be the cars.
Henry Ford got some top executive. Here we go with this debate.
But it's not even a debate.
It's all about you. Now let me ask you the next question. So
no, it's about us. And the reason why I say
today it's about you.
But no, let me just say this. If you don't make the main thing, listen,
you are exactly
would Colorado be Colorado without Deion? No. You gotta make it. You have to give
those players.
Come on.
He picked those players. He cut players.
Come on.
He get assistant coaches. Of course, you need Deion. You need Deion in order for the whole thing to run. But you gotta cut some players. You gotta hire some. You gotta make some hires. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be the team that you pick and choose and put together. Cut. Or do whatever you got to do. But at the end of the day, it's the team.
Come on.
So we move from Detroit All Things, and you say we got to get a regular job. Where do we go?
Back to Foot Locker.
Back to Foot Locker. So that job was there just waiting for you?
Absolutely.
You left on a note where you can.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But here's the thing, and this is in the evolution of life. I should have moved on to something different, but I moved back to comfort. Right? But the best thing about me and what made it work is that I had to learn that I was doing my other job already. I've been doing my other job already. I was the DJ at Foot Locker managers meetings. I was the photographer at the Foot Locker manager meetings. I was getting another check, plus I was working at the Foot Locker manager meeting. I was the photographer for Foot Locker at events. where we won an award. Rob, come meet me at this store. I need you to take a couple pictures and then go over here. I need you to do this right here. And then can you put it together in a slideshow? Yeah. Check. And it was, I recognized that and I understood that. But, you know, when you don't have somebody above you or somebody at your level coaching you to the next step, you will never progress.
So you worked at Foot Locker for how many years before
91 to 2000 in damn near 2001. So that's what, $20, 20 years? Just a little bit under 20 years. I raised my kids all the way, especially my youngest. That's when I started.
Now you work for this corporation.
Yep.
And tell me what happened when you stopped working for them.
I went to Detroit Authentics.
No, I'm talking about this the second time. Okay, you went to Detroit Authentics, right? And then you went back to Foot Locker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to know what happened. Why did you leave?
I outgrew it. They outgrew me. It became.
Wait a minute.
Old man's voice.
Wait a minute. You called me.
Yeah.
To tell me the conversation when you called me.
I had a job.
I had been like
asked me to come 100 years.
You, hey, bro, you need to come over here. I need you. I need you over here with me. You got
this guy.
You got like
bro.
You got managerial skills that we need over here. Come on, man.
Yes. Well, let me just say this.
Come on.
I know, but let me say this. One thing for sure, two things for certain. You will wear out your welcome to young people doing old man shit. I'm an old man in a young progressive company that's trying to change out the old guards and go with young. They don't want to hear your voice no more because you're standing up to people who need you to be docile to. So at any point in time, you couldn't work in corporate America for a long time because your independence will start showing. You will start saying like, man, why is we mopping the ceiling? Why? I'm getting wet mopping the ceiling. But a person who never done it before would just mop the ceiling.
Right.
And so I had wore out my welcome. And so when it was time to transition, the easiest thing to do was to transition to where I was at. Because coming here made me better. It didn't make me be a better manager. It made me better, and that's what God wanted me to be. Because then the conversation that you and I had was like, whoa. And
I said, man, it can't be a perfect time.
Look at God.
Look. You come over here with me.
Yep.
And we work together. You do your thing.
Yep.
Allow you to do your thing.
Yep.
Come over here and work with me.
Yep.
And let's get it.
Yep.
You have been doing your thing inside of Foot Locker as well. So
absolutely. I would bring my laptop.
You bring your laptop, you be in there like doing flyers on there.
All of that.
Yeah. Get him a size 9.
All of that.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it had been so far past time. But you know, sometimes God has to force you into something different.
Yeah.
He has to force your hand. That's why I don't ever give up on people. Because sometimes it's that reason and season, you have to learn how to pull out scissors and cut the line. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes you gotta learn how to tie a knot because everybody is not worth cutting off. Some people are worth saving. Like when you look at Lance, I mean, I remember when Lance, rookie, young boy, I remember Niles, first day. You know, and you see their tenure through here, and it's a proud thing for me. I don't have a jealous or inferior. I mean, a bone in my body that makes me look at them other than successful, and I'm proud to see them successful. Where a lot of people would look at the situation and be like, "Yeah, I was up there. I could have." Man, I don't ever want to see you close. I don't never want to see you lose. I don't want to see nobody hurt you. Every time I come in, I ask about his family. I'm seriously asking about it. I told his wife, and I probably really overstepped my boundaries. I can't wait to see them have kids because it's a blessed family. They church going. They got a dog. They've been in love and been together since they was kids, and they got married. They doing everything right. We don't never praise kids like that. We always look at them like, you lame. You ain't got no Jordans on. You ain't got no gold on. He can read. He can count. He don't care nothing about no $1,000 jeans. He care about it. He got a wife at the. We don't even promote marriage. We sexy red, booty hole brown. Like, come on, man. Life is terrible.
So you come over to Can You Picture
He went right back then.
You come over to Can You Picture This?
Sure.
hey man, whatever you was doing over at Foot Locker, you know how to do the numbers.
Sure.
You got the SOPs. You got all this stuff, man. I need that. You come over here, hey man, help me out over here.
Sure.
Help me out. Let's get me together.
Sure.
So you come over and you pretty much get me together.
For the most part, yeah.
Then you get a call for some big bucks. You like
big bucks, no whammy.
Clay, man, they just offered me
big bucks, no whammies.
Some big bucks over at
DTLR. Well, it was the Villa at the time.
The Villa.
Sure.
And I say, man, hey, go for it, man. Go for it, man. I'm happy. I'm happy for you.
Absolutely.
Back to corporate.
Absolutely. And here is why that worked even better. Because I was going back to something that I should have left, but they gave me a different opportunity. They gave me an opportunity to, first of all, I walked into the number one store as the store manager. I didn't have to go through a process. Then I was able to go through the process, and I was able to hire all of my friends. Mm-hmm. My friends who needed jobs, my friends who needed part-time jobs, my friends' kids who needed a job. But as I hired them and transitioned them to store manager or assistant managers, I got $500 every time. So I was hiring everybody. So in the company, I made more than any other person outside of people who worked in the hiring department. I made more than anybody. I hired more managers in Michigan than anybody at the time. I had 7 former Foot Locker managers that came over, and I had probably about 10 assistants. You gotta understand, that's $500 every time. Come on. And that's just what we did.
So life is good.
Life is life. And then I also had the number one store. I was the highest paid manager in Michigan at the time. And my store went from, I got the store, it was $2.7 million. I took it to $4 million. And it was easy because I did it with my friends. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like hard, like I was a struggle, because all of the struggle was easy because my friends were either former Foot Locker people or people in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
how was that working with friends?
Working with the friends that I have, they had already did the job. It's easy. It's easy. Gerald McNeil was a part-timer. He was a store manager at Eastland. He had ran $3 million stores.
When you hire your friends, like, and they come late, like, how does that?
They don't come late. That's the whole point, because I'm gonna give you anything you want. You want to work from 12 to 2 on Jordan Day, and it's during COVID.
So you never had problems with friends?
Why would I?
You never had problems with friends?
Why would I? Because guess what? I don't have a problem with, you can do whatever you choose to do. Just when you step on this dance floor, dance with me. You want to go home early? Okay. Can you come in for me? Okay.
What's the old adage, never hire friends and family? Why?
No,
Why?
Don't ever hire suckers. That's it. Other than that, man, listen, you got Lance is like family to you. You can't tell me it's not. So if he's like family to you, it always transition. My man John Scott is on the live right now. Was one of my employees. John Scott that worked at Full Locker. John, come over. Let's show these boys. He like, man, I'm there.
So you would hire, you say,
former Foot Locker managers,
managers,
my friends from the street,
from the street, they kids. One of the kids.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I definitely don't want to talk about that.
We have to. We're not gonna mention
because
no
only
names.
reason why is because it's a dark moment that I'm really not healed from. I'm okay with it, but I'm not healed from. And when you think about that, that's a whole show. Now, if you want to do that as a whole show, because we'll talk the rest of the time up about that, because how I feel about that.
You want me to skip?
If you want to talk about it, we're gonna be talking about that for a long time.
No, we just, I'm gonna move it along.
But I can't let you move it on, because the things that I have to speak about on that it's some great conversation.
I'm gonna move along.
Yeah, let's do a whole show. Invite me back. We can do a whole show on that topic.
Okay.
All right. You don't want to talk about that topic.
I'm gonna let you slide.
No, you don't have to let me slide. Listen, bro, this is your show. If you want to get there, we can get there.
I'm not gonna stay there all day.
But I'm gonna name names, because that's how much I got to talk about.
No, because what I'm trying to get out is, you have to watch some of these things when you're running a business.
But let me say this. Do you think that people that you don't know don't do that? It's not the people, it's the person. It's not the relationship that you have. It's just a person. And that person that I believed in was the guy we know. Mm-hmm. The person that I believed in. If you, Clayton Carter, would have said, man, listen, I need you to do this for me. I need your help. I believe in you so much that I don't got to worry about it. Because I believe in you so much. That's what I did. I believed in that person so much. And it let me down. And they
didn't let you down.
No, yes, it did.
The person that you believed in didn't let you down.
The person that I believed in let me down because guess what? It had happened to him, and he had said that. He had said, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a deep conversation, and you know it. You know what I'm talking about. When they said that he had did that to one of his people.
Right, I'm lost. But anyway,
I know, but that's a whole other topic.
Because
y'all want to go viral.
Everybody is confused. We don't know what we're talking about.
I do.
I don't want to say nothing no more. You know, I ain't gonna go there. So we gonna skip.
Listen here, because we can go there. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. I don't give a front door about none of them. Let me say that again.
Come on, put it on the table.
Listen, if I trust you and I look like Lance, I trust and love, right? Ain't no nothing. If Lance said, "Hey, Rob, you got this, you got a hotel. Look, my mama need a job. Can you get her in the front desk? Yeah, she need a job. Okay." And then she get in the front desk.
We talking about what we need to talk about?
We talking about how I trust people, and that his word would mean more than anything.
Is you gonna go back to that one story?
I'm bringing it up.
Okay, you just want to stay on track.
So anyway, but I believe in him, right? And if it come to the point where you like, Lance, Rob ain't paying my check. Hey, Rob, my mom said she didn't get a check. Oh yeah, hold on, let me look into it. Yeah, she did. It's right here. I don't know. She said she did. I know, but this a fact. I still got listen. You know
Jeopardy. We got Jeopardy music.
No, listen.
We ain't got Jeopardy.
No, listen,
music.
listen.
Okay.
I still got all of the listen. One thing I did was I printed it out. And I still got all the proof.
What are we talking about?
That I didn't do anything. But that person.
Do what?
I didn't do anything.
What are we talking about here?
SA.
Huh?
SH is called, I think. Sexual harassment.
There we go. Okay.
So that person that they put a statement on me and say that I transferred them, and the reason why I transferred them is because I wouldn't get anything from them that I've asked for, right? Mm-hmm. But when it all was all said and done, first of all, I'm a manager and I didn't have the responsibility or the capability to transfer a person. That had to come from my DM. So that means that person had to call my DM and get the okay to be transferred. She said nothing about me having something and her had a problem together. She said we had no problem. Mm-hmm. So when she got transferred and when things didn't go her way, then after she had quit the job, then she said, hey, I quit the job and I got just because of this happened.
She wanted something.
Some money. That's what she wanted. Hit it one more time.
She wanted you to
be terminated, and she wanted to get some money from the company. And when the company looked at all the facts, did all the interviews, they came up to find out that it wasn't enough proof that I had did anything out of the norm. So I didn't get written up and I didn't get terminated. So she took it a step further and took it to the state of Michigan. Mm-hmm. And then the state of Michigan took it on the case. And I didn't get terminated, nor did I get written up. So I maintained my because they didn't have enough persons. She had quit. She had moved on. And 2 days and a few days later, her person passed away. You know what I'm saying? And I got a phone call and said, is it okay? And the first thing I said is yes. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with you. We family. I'm cool with that.
So those are some things that you got to watch out for.
But you can't watch out for somebody that's like, if one of your ladies that work for you, all of a sudden out of nowhere.
But when I say you gotta watch out for, so it's things that you can put into place. I guess cameras. I mean,
listen. Do you understand? You can put a camera in place, and somebody can say to you, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Your employees right now today can say." I want you and me both. We're going to go in Clay office and we're going to say that he looked us up and down. They told you can't tell dirty jokes around. You can't play obscene music.
Yes.
You can't
That's what I'm saying. So when those preventative things
but I'm
that
saying
that you just watch out for. Because it's like, hey, yeah, he told me that, yeah, and you just being, talking like.
But that was not the case. None of those
I'm
things.
I'm going to grab her about a.
None of those things happen.
That's stuff that Trump was talking about.
But let me just say this.
What I'm saying?
Let me
so
just say this.
Be mindful.
Me and you both had a situation because this studio used to be a photography room.
Right.
Right. The person we talking about had came in here and tried on some clothes. You and me both know what happened that day, and there's nothing happened sexually or none of those things. But I'm saying, but you know who she is and how she was trying to bait us. We ain't bad. We ain't go for it. But the whole thing about it is you walked into it knowing what kind of person that was.
That's what I'm trying.
I know, but what I'm saying to you is that's the reason why. Like, I didn't know that she was that type of person to the point where she was going to. I didn't know that.
Hey, you gotta be aware of like the threats that's out there.
But I'm saying, do you
be
understand?
Aware of how they might come at you. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying, listen. Right now, this Me Too stuff will get you Me Too.
Listen, somebody can
come. Listen, somebody can come to you and say, "I used to work for Clay, and Clay had sex with me," and you're like, "What? What are you talking about? I don't even know." No, I didn't. It happened 15 years ago, bro. Do you know they just passed the law that it's too? It's not. You can't. Bro. But I'm saying, bro. They listen.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't be careful because you don't even understand
with the locker room talk.
It's not
you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Man, listen, protect y'all sons. Let me say that. Let me say that again. Protect y'all sons.
Talk to your sons. Let them know what to say. Let them know what to do. Just be careful. Man. So you. How did that end at DTLR? So you quit.
I quit.
Why?
Because I had enough. It was too much. The pandemic had happened. Me and my DM wasn't seeing eye to eye because he wanted more. What I did wasn't enough. I just told you I hired more people than anybody. I hired more managers than anybody. But he wanted more. It's like we won the Super Bowl. Now you want to win the Super Bowl again. But I'm saying we coming through COVID. This is 2021. We just got through the craziest year.
The pressure was just too much.
Absolutely. And the money wasn't changing because I was at the top of the pay scale. So you can't give me more money, but you want more out of me. And you tell me I'll get it in the back end on bonus. When we just had our biggest 1 year, and that was $4 million. The store had never done $4 million. Never. The largest it had ever been, even at a villa, was 3.5. We had did $4 million.
Where do we go from there?
I went home. I went and got a desk. And went home.
Is that where DJ Rob was?
No, DJ Rob was already cooking during the pandemic. And I'm
gonna
tell you something.
Where it started to like get really lucrative for you, like when you say, you know what?
Well,
I'm gonna do this.
Here's something that a lot of people don't know. I did photography for Run DMC, and one day we were out on tour, and I just watched Jam Master Jay killing it, just killing it, and I was like, I could do that. And how I'm gonna do that? So Jay passed away, and my mom passed away, and I've always had a kinship with music. My mom passed in 2004, and it just, music was it. I needed it. It was my comfort. Mm-hmm. So I would listen to my mom's song, and I'm already jamming. And I'm thinking, what's the next song? So they came out with a program called DJ for Mac, and it was like $20. I bought it, and so I got the program, but I'm playing it through my home speakers on plug-in, through the computer speakers. And one of Carlos' friends, his name is Richard LeGuerre, he said, "Hey, Rob, I'm having a picnic. Come and DJ it." I was like, I don't know how to do that. I can't come in. I ain't never did it in front of people. Like I do it at the crib and play just to push buttons. And he said, yes, you can. I said, I don't even have no speakers. He said, I got a Bluetooth speaker. Come and do it off this. You can plug right into my speaker. All right. Went to his house, and that's where it all started. Richard LeGreer started me. And as we, as I matriculated through doing that, I used to charge, it's crazy. I should charge, when I first started DJing, give me $100, I'll do 4 hours. That's $25 an hour. I'm making more money than my friends. I'm making $25 an hour. I thought it was a lot.
Now, you said you watched Jam Master Jay.
Yes.
And you said, I can do that.
Sure.
Can you do that now?
Oh, yeah, I think I can.
No,
I don't perform. I don't perform. That's the one thing I don't do. And I don't do it because I can't do it. But what I can do is I can do it with my mouth. I can do it I can host and DJ and play your records. I can blend and mix like with some of the best of them. I can do it.
Rob, the abbreviation DJ.
Sure.
Is what?
Disc jockey.
What is a disc?
Well, it used to be platters.
What is a jockey? I
radio,
knew it was DJ. I know it's
a radio.
How do you?
This guy.
I don't know.
I know. Well,
just tell me. I mean, some of the people probably don't know either.
This is the albums, and the jockey used to be the guys on the rock. They used to call them on the radio jockeys.
Okay.
Radio jockey.
Okay.
So disc jockey, the DJ,
and the MC is
the microphone controller, MC.
You know what? I was all messed up, man. I didn't know that, man. I thought it was the master of ceremony. I didn't know, but it's a lot of people out there that might not know either.
Master of ceremonies is the MC for sure.
Oh, it is?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
but if you ever listen to the MC, he says it's called the mic controller.
Okay. All right.
So when you're on the turntables, you're the mic controller. Or you can be the MC, you can be the master of ceremonies. But you ain't going to be the master of ceremonies playing music. You're going to be just a talker. So they call them hosts.
You do both.
I do them both from behind the turntables because I know what I'm going to play next and I know what move I want you to be in.
You talking mad. You talking mad.
Sometimes it just depends on where I'm at in the set. Like, when it comes to a DJ set, it's just where you at. You got to read your crowd. And a good DJ can read his crowd. Like a lot of DJs play out of set, so they have a certain group of songs that they here's my show. Just like a performer would do. And so it may be, this is what I'm going to play from 9 to 10. This is what I'm going to play from 10 to 11. This is going to be from 11 to 12. And they stick to those. For me, I just read the crowd. I see where the crowd at. And that's why I just try to go. So sometimes mine is like an ocean. It's a tidal wave. It's push and pull. It's up and down. It's songs you can sing. It's 90s. It's 80s. It's 2000. Sometimes it's the 2023s, 24s.
The majority of your parties are from what age?
I want old people.
Is that what you do now? Like the
majority is grown people.
Grown people. Is that why you
are known
tagline
as what?
Your mama's favorite DJ?
Your mama's favorite DJ. Perfect. I may not mean, and I always say, I may not mean nothing to you, but your mama fuck with me. Yeah. Perfect. Because I know what your age of people want to hear. I know what my age of people want to hear. And they probably want to hear the song they heard on the radio, they kids play, but you don't want to hear that all night. You don't want to hear, that all night. You want to hear, you want to hear what you grew up on. You want to hear what you were when times was good, And when you at a club, the mood is not always super duper hype. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to drink and cool. Sometimes you're drinking brown. Slow you down a little bit. You ain't on tequila. You ain't drinking shots, and you don't want to just pop them back with the lights just strobing, and you like, just get. You like, man, it's too loud in this club. I'm gone.
Right.
Grown people, kids, they might stay.
I've seen you do like graduations.
I've done all of that.
All that. Now, how do you stay relevant with the music?
I mean, well, the one thing for sure is that you have to be where they at. So sometimes I got people in my life that say, hey, what's it? What's Detroit? So, I mean,
so do they tell you like you got somebody on, that you go to? Like
sometimes, all of those things is in effect. And you know what I'm saying? All those things is in effect.
Okay.
But when it comes to what I see, you know, I listen to YouTube music. I go on Amazon. I go on WJLB. I go on 92 Mix 3. I go on New York, look at their radio stations, they top 10 songs. I go to Alabama. I go to it's about 7 places in the country. I look at their radio stations to see their top 10 songs. Mm-hmm. And you try to take from their top 10 songs and put them in your category so you can be ready, because you got to think you always around somebody from there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You always from somebody who that's they Jones. That's they ooh. You know, and a lot of Detroit music Detroit music is there. Even in the house music era, in the techno era, in the old school R&B, you know, Al Hudson in One Way, they Detroit. The Temps and the Dramatics and all that's Detroit. And you got some of the Detroit rappers, Doughboy Cash Out. You can go anywhere, and the band gang, you can go anywhere and play that, and they'll be like, them my Detroit dogs. You know, we get around. 4-2 Doug. Man, what? Peasy. What? Peasy is a national known artist.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember, I remember Peasy used to come, he come and get the medium shirts.
Yeah. He used to come up here and we used to do his press up his CD. Yeah.
But that's the greatness of who you are and what you've been around. And a lot of times when people say that, that's why I said sometimes you got to get the flowers. And when we talked about your podcast, I said, bro, you got some full loaded magazines. If you ever choose to start shooting it.
And it all started with you. I said, I'm gonna wait a minute until I get some.
Because you was doing
some heat. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I got some heat, man. So look, I got a couple of
come on with
little questions that I just wrote down.
We at the end of it because he had the sign off sheet. I see that.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite motivational quote that keeps you going?
My mama used to say, "Life is made up of choices, not chances." It gets me going. It keeps me going.
Explain it.
Well, you choose to do what you do. It's not, you don't take a chance at nothing you do in life. When you choose to get up out the bed and go get in your car and go to the gym to work out, when you choose to eat Burger King, when you choose to say no to cheating on your wife, those are choices. You know what I'm saying? When you come and open up your doors and you say, I'm gonna make it today, those are choices. You know, you could give up anytime you want to. You could have gave up when it was the worst. You lost your mama. You could have gave up at that point because you feel like you're missing something, but you struggled on. And now you struggled on, you just got through it because you took that choice. You made that choice. And it was the right choice. Because when you give up, when you don't have that fight in you, you know, that's when you become a failure. When you stop choosing and you let life put you in the chance era. Like, you got to take OJ chances. People who take chances end up dead or locked up.
Facts. Question number 2.
Yep.
If you can have dinner with any entrepreneur, dead or alive, who would it be?
Entrepreneur.
It's
a good question. I would love to sit down and pick Steve Jobs as mine. Only reason why Steve Jobs is the mind I would want to pick is because he thought about stuff like way before it made sense. And to me, I always try to look at what's next. I don't care about what's now. That's a quote that Jay-Z said. Who cares who got now? We got next. I mean, who cares about who got next? We got now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you think about living life for now, tomorrow it's going to be hard for you because it's somebody making the phone, the Apple Watch that is, skiing. They thinking about the chip in you got the glasses with the video on it. Like, that's, people don't even know that you recording them. Say,
these ain't it.
I know them not it. I know the ones I'm slick on it. But you know what I'm saying? So if you flip life and think about tomorrow, that's the winning game, bro.
Question number 3.
Yep.
One thing that you know now, before you got into the DJ business, that you knew before you started.
One thing that I didn't know, or
one thing that you didn't know. One thing you didn't know.
that the DJ family, they are, how can I say? DJs are very cliquish. You either with them and they click or you not. Like it's a lot of DJ groups that fuck with each other and nobody else. They almost like gangs.
Why do you need them?
You definitely, because you got to have somebody that
bag up or somebody. I can't do this gig, and you do it. So
absolutely,
y'all in the click.
all of that.
Because DJing is like a solo job, so
it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Like some gigs require, like the people you know. You know, I know a millionaire who giving a party. Come on, help me.
Or you get a lot of job referrals from other DJs that's maybe booked
I can't
on
do
the
it.
same
I'm booked.
day.
Call my man.
Got you.
That's how I listen. I've got to do a lot of stuff that is like me. Mm-hmm. Like I did Lindsey Hunter's birthday party, and Lindsey Hunter called me, and I said, "You want me?" Okay. I've got to do the music hall a couple of times. I was the DJ at a concert at the music hall where, you know, I played between the sets of the people performing, and I was nervous than a mug, but I was like, me? Mm. I was in I did a comedy show, but it was being filmed. It was Tony Roberts at the music hall, but he was making a comedy show, and it was me and Big Tigger. I was the dude first, but I'm on the stage. Like the DJ booth is on the stage. It's Big Tigger's booth for the recording, but it's my booth until he comes on. He doesn't come on until Tony Roberts comes on. Mm-hmm. And Tony's going to do an hour. But for the first hour, it's me on the stage in front of them. So when they say, next comedian is so-and-so, I got to hum with that song and come with that energy when they leave and then play during the breaks. And I'm on the stage. And I'm like, and it was so loud. And it was, you know, but I've done it. I did D.O. Hughley. I did a lot of comedy shows.
How far do you want to take this DJ stuff?
I don't. I like what I like. I don't need to grow no bigger.
So you want to keep it here?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I've been out of town. I've been to a couple of different cities. Chicago once. I've been to Tennessee. I did a gig down to Tennessee. We went somewhere else too. I can't think. But we've done a couple out of town things. But I'm a dude who I'm like a snob. I don't want to do all that. I don't need to do like I did a set with some of the real promoters in Detroit. It was cool. I just like to do simple stuff. I'm the old. Get off my grass. That's me. I'm cool. Like we do 600 or 600, but I love to do about 100 people. I love to do when adults have parties. You know, I did a 98-year-old birthday party. Loved it. I did a lady turning 70. Loved it. They partied, and it was a lot of people. So it was like 250 people. But she loved it. I got to play the music she wanted to hear, and guess who else wanted to hear it? Me. This guy, my dog Birdo, Shannon. But you know what I'm saying? It's like this is just me, because it'd be different if I was 20-something. Then I want to go everywhere. I want to do it. I want to see it all. I want to go to all the clubs and do. I don't want that. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to be home.
So what's next on the agenda for DJ Big Rob? Next 5 years?
We are into marketing and promotions, and we have a podcast series coming out. So we were able to get it's big. I don't know how to say it, but we're doing something in the podcast space, in the YouTube space, and it's a marketing part of the YouTube space where we bought an audience, already established YouTube channel, and we bought into it. And we have a lot of stuff that we've been building behind the scenes to build it out. But it's already a queued audience. It's already a monetized platform. And we already have changed ownership of it. So we've already refreshed the face of it. And we've already put shorts on it, started putting shorts on it. And it's everything. We have crossed every platform, every plateau to get into monetization of it. And once we figure it out to the point where we solid on it, then we're gonna start selling it.
Are we phasing the DJ out?
No, because I like the DJ. I tell a lot of people no. You know, but sometimes when the money is too good, like it's hard to turn down $600, $700 for 4 or 5 hours.
Perfect.
That's good money.
it's good money.
It's something you like to do, and
if it fits in my audience, and then I got guys that work for me, so it's fun to keep somebody employed. My nephew worked for me, and Dez worked for me, so they get all like I feel like sometimes I'm like a rock star or something because they take the equipment, they set it up. I just get there with my laptop, open my laptop up, plug it up, and say, "You want DJ Big Rob? I'm your favorite DJ." I'm gonna play music. The character come on.
What's one thing you hate about the job?
Hey, can you play my record? It's on YouTube. Why you ain't playing my record? I know I'm playing hustle music right now. You see all them 300-400 people on the dance floor hustling? I'm not gonna play Bubblegum Shrimp from you right now, my dog. But my auntie said you can play it. Okay, I will download it and maybe I'll play it, but I'm working.
Do you ever like not play that song
all the time? It's fun for me.
So at the end, all the way, he looking like, yeah, he about to play it. And you
mad. But because you got to understand, like, they not going to be mad at you that I played a record that broke the whole vibe. They're not going to be mad at you. They're going to be mad at me, like, you dumbass DJ, who is this? What are you doing? This is my birthday party. Yeah, but your nephew said, you said I can play. I didn't say, nigga, I won't, yeah. And you like, this... Why'd I fall for it? You know what I'm saying? But that's life be life, and you know how it go.
Yeah.
You know, just the grace that God has given me to be able to still be able to do it at the age that I'm at. I appreciate it. I'm so happy to be able to put feet to the floor in the morning. Whatever He got in store for me, I'm willing to do. I like my life right here. You know, I love to do the marketing stuff. I love to give people advantages and ups on what's next, because that's all I look for now in life is what's next. You know, and then I like to give the information away. Like, even though Jazzy Jeff told us one thing one time. He said, life, you have to sell some and you got to give some away, but leave life empty. We always want to hoard what we got. I ain't going to tell you. I remember when I first got here, I told you, hey, man, it's a website called Official PSDs. You can get stuff already cut out. You like, what? Where is that? Let me see. What? Oh, we got action. But it's that if you don't share the information, that's one thing we don't do. We don't want to bless other people with who we are. Because if I tell them, they gonna know where I get my weed at. So it's enough room for everybody.
Yes, it is.
It's enough. If they open up a t-shirt shop around the corner, it's enough. It's enough. But we compete against somebody to shut them down because they think I made $30 more than you. You made $30 more than me. I swear. That's the slave mentality part that we are faced in life. Like, if you win, doesn't mean I gotta lose. We can win together.
Right.
You know, we can, like, Kamal at All Pro Color prints, right? And it's okay. He don't design no more. Cause he said, you know what, why did I do that? Just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But we stuck, man. Like, we gotta get unstuck. We gotta get unstuck. Sure.
So you've been a manager for many years. You've dealt with a lot of situations. When it's like a situation that's kind of challenging to you, whether it be like a customer that's irritated or an employee not doing something you want them to do, like, what is your secret behind that? Or what advice would you give a manager dealing with like challenging situations?
Well, challenging situations always start off small. Like, before it becomes a rat, it's always a mouse. You know? It's easier to kill it when it's a mouse. It takes less poison. And sometimes you just gotta let a mouse out. You have to not be afraid to change. So your problems that you have in your life, they only get bigger, and a customer only gets challenging if you don't understand that customer service first. If a customer comes into your store and say, I don't like how you did my shirt, right? And they willing to put up a fight, how hard would it be to say, you know what, this is $32 I can give you back. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry that we didn't work out. Because what rock would you stand on if they went to their car and got a gun? What would it be worth? It's easier to look at customer service as that. It's cheaper and easier to give them their money back.
You know what, Rob? I got something for you. Hold on 1 second. Put the camera on. I got something for you. I forgot that. I got something for you.
Oh, you know what that means, yo. He about to give me something that Go ahead, tell them this. We got to win together. But that's the main thing is to understand that life be life. Oh, my dog.
Man, I made this for you.
My dog. That's a soaking. That's why. I rock with CPT. That's
but turning it around though.
First and foremost, he makes sure that say that.
You thought you was getting away.
No. Listen, I don't have a problem with that.
I already knew you.
I don't have a problem with that.
CYPT
You should have put it on the hoodie though, but that's all right because I can wear it all the time.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Because I can wear it all the time. So make me another one. Just make it on the hoodie so I can wear it all the time. Because teamwork is the only way to dream work,
bro. Let the people know how to get with you.
Catch me in traffic.
Catch you in traffic? No.
Yeah, you can always add me on Facebook, Rob Marks or DJ Big Rob. You can always add me on Instagram, same thing, DJ Big Rob. I think it's DJ Big Rob 2_ somewhere like that. I'm on those social platforms, but like I got a lot of business. Like I left home to come here. But I'm doing 9 comedy flyers for Mo because he got a comedy series that he's doing. Then I do all of the Yoshi's menus. So we are upgrading the Yoshi's menus because they just opened up another one in Cleveland. So I just did the Yoshi's menus in in Warren. So we just did all that. And so I got a lot of work to do. I keep it going. But the thing about it for me is I'm small.
You cool.
It can always be better, but it could never be better than what it is. I can wake up at 2:00 in the afternoon or 2:00 in the morning and start working, and I just look to be able to make the bills every month and put something in the bank. And I get to take care of my family. I get to take care of my brother. I gotta for me, life is just a little bit different. I had it all. Like, do you remember when we went to Las Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
What did we do? What did we go for? Do you know?
We went to the
half-off
show.
And what happened?
We flew in and went to the show, and I was like, I'm ready to go.
And what did we do?
We jumped right back on the plane.
Like we was millionaires.
And flew home.
We didn't check into the hotel. We didn't do none of that. We got back. We went to the show, seen it wasn't nothing, went right back to the airport and flew back home as if we was millionaires.
Well, we had done it. We had been to Vegas.
When we went to Vegas the first time. Do you know what we went to Vegas for?
What did we go to Vegas for the first time? We was with somebody. Oh, we went to the BET Awards.
The Radio Music Awards.
Oh, the radio. Okay.
We got to meet. That's when Janet Jackson was there.
Yeah.
Tell a story. Go ahead. Come on, man. It's your turn.
Okay.
Before we got to go.
Tell one story. So, Janet Jackson was over there, and I just wanted to.
Where was we at? We was at the Palms, in the VIP.
In the VIP.
Yeah.
I just wanted to meet her.
Yes.
So I go like past the security. We already in the VIP, so I'm thinking it's free range to go on up there and just maybe take a picture or something. So security stopped me right there. Like, oh, bro, what you doing? I was like, I'm about to go over here. He like, no, bro, you can't get in there. You can't get in there. And that's when my man Nelly came over to security and was like, hey, bro, this my man's. And I didn't know Nelly from a can of paint.
But he was with us earlier.
He was with us earlier. But he was with us earlier. But I didn't know him from a can of paint.
Absolutely.
He was like, man, this my man. He can go anywhere he want to go. And I'm looking at the security guard like, anywhere. Let me up in there, and then I got stopped again.
Here's the funny part. What happened, the reason why he got stopped by security, because he had to go to the bathroom. He walked out of the VIP room, went to the bathroom, tried to come back in, and the guard stopped him. Stop. And Nelly was coming into the VIP and said to him, he said to the bodyguard, the security, man, he my man. Come in. We get in. DMC is in there, and we run into Jermaine Dupri.
Yes.
And Jermaine Dupri comes over to talk to us and we said, can we take a picture with us? Yeah, I take a picture with him. He said, can we go get Janet? He said, no.
He said, no.
Leave her alone.
Nah, you gotta leave her alone. Leave her alone. That's all I want. All I wanted was a picture with Janet. Yeah, but you got a picture with Beyonce.
I did.
You got a picture with Beyonce. I wanted a picture with Beyonce.
Yeah.
And I got a picture with, I didn't even know who he was until I was like, who is that white guy?
It was Robin Leach of Lifestyles and Rich and Famous.
Of the Lifestyles and Rich and Famous. I was like, what?
I got a picture with that same day. You remember, this is a great one. Part of that same day, we were in the back. It was at the Aladdin Hotel, and it had just turned from the Aladdin to Planet Hollywood. That's where it was at, in Vegas. And Bruce Willis came out. And I said, Bruce, take a picture with me. And he said, no. I was so mad to the point that to this day I don't vote with Bruce Willis. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy. We used to do a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, we had some good times.
We had some great times, man. That's why I'm always proud, because look where you came from. Look what you was. Look what you are. And you are a pillar of this community. You've been on Grand River and Greenfield for a long time. You've grown. You've changed. You've employed. Like, how many years you in?
8 years.
8 years. That's major to be able to say I had an employee for that long, and for him to be like, he's smart enough to go somewhere else for sure. And I'm not saying that he has a bad job or a good job or he doesn't do something else, but now it's got to be 4 or 5. You've had country on and off for 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the other people that you had that just came through and transitioned through, those people are still living life. And some of them did what you did, and some of them did offshoots of what you did, and some of them still know how to do it.
Hey, man, you coming back?
Yeah, I'm coming back, because we're going to talk that real talk. I need that real talk. I need to be able to really get in here and say what I really want to say. Like, yeah. We're doing a podcast, and the podcast would be called the 4 Kings Podcast. 4 different men.
I get to be one of the kings?
4 different men, 4 different values, all talking about certain topics. And the offshoot program is the 4 Queens. Same thing. 4 different women talking about 4 different things. We got some phenomenal guests. Then we got a podcast called Live at the Bistro. Live podcast, live studio audience, men versus women, money's conversations, and mental wellness conversations. Like, that's crucial in our community that we fall short on. It's great to talk business. It's great to talk about yesterday, and it's great to push all those things. But we got a lot of challenges in our community that we are afraid to talk about. We had a lot of things that we transitioned from that we scared to talk about. We scared to talk about our real true feelings about certain topics because we're going to get canceled or somebody ain't going to like us. But I mean, it's you get to.
When you coming back so we can talk
whenever
about
I get invited. I come back tomorrow. I'll come back whenever my men invite.
All right. There you have it.
Happy New Year.
Boogie.
You have just listened to the Can You Picture This podcast? The podcast for the strongest, fastest, most powerful t-shirt/print shop on this side of the eastern seaboard. You can catch us in the heart of Detroit, Greenfield and Grand River, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Our address is 14223 Greenfield Road, Detroit, Michigan 48227. Our phone number is 313-273-5000. Peace.
It's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route. Especially if you take risks, this YouTube, you make sense. Yeah, I tapped in and got what I was looking for. They ain't nothing like the news, they be dropping juice to help you get your foot in the door. For real, I'm a witness, this show helped me with my business. I really messed up so much shit until I took the time to listen. Can you picture this? Now I'm always in my own brand. Thanks to my favorite channel panel, putting on for the homeland. I'm just saying, it's like giving back, how real is that? See, I be feeling that, plus it's a vibe, so I spread it, yeah. Can you picture this? You know, rocking with CYPT, podcast of the D with Clan and crew, it's like my CTV.